Notice my ears starting to ring up with the tinnitus ring. Whee! Just increased a whole bunch, right? And then it pretty much coincides with an airplane's arrival. Pretty much always, every time. Ah, there they come. The street light's not helping any with getting them. Dang. How long has it been now? 3 minutes. Oops. There he is, finally flying over. Here comes the next one behind him. Let's see, he flew over at about 2 minutes. He flew over at 2 minutes from starting the video. Here comes the next one. Let's see, it's been almost another minute. I'm gonna have to get a good camera and go up someplace with higher elevation. On one of the times when they're flying, 40 or 50 in a row. They're all spaced. What's this one? Let's see here. Let's say about 1 minute and 45 seconds apart. At possibly 1,500 feet. All day and all. Oh, here comes number 3. I know it's probably just a dark video, but because of the lights. The number 3 is coming now. I couldn't see the third one when I saw the first 2 approaching. But I could notice my ears ringing very loud and muscle tension. Like when you realize that you're tensed up and your hands are clenched or your leg muscles or anything, your face could be all from stress and tension, right? And then sometimes you realize that, and I relax. I didn't realize I was even tense. That's kind of the feeling associated with the ringing in my ears and crawling on my skin, associated with the Morgellons, which is a fungus that grows under your skin. I think the fungus grows from joint to joint through your, on your bones, or maybe in your bones, around them at least, your nervous system and your veins. It kind of follows those paths like a vine and grows over it all. And it can be constricted or oscillated by radio waves. It's like a muscle almost. It responds to radio waves at a certain frequency. Probably because of the chemtrails and the wavelengths and the size of the chemtrails. So they can beam information directly into your brain, into your physical body as well. Well, hey, looky here. Hey, you can hear that one a little bit. Okay, that was what the third one that I hadn't seen, and no sooner does he get there than number 4. He's on his way. Alright, that's it. He's right by my hand. See him flash, 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 flash. Super slow and super low planes. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, about the fungus. It weaves its way under your skin, and it acts as I don't know what you call it. It acts like a muscle basically, except it doesn't respond to your input from your brain. It responds to radio frequencies beamed at you from cell towers, Wi-Fi's, or just directly from airplanes that fly over and over and over and over your homes all day and all night. Nobody bats an eye at. It's too overcast right now to see other planes. If it wasn't, we wouldn't see just these planes. We'd see planes all over the place. There's never a time when there's, virtually never a time when there isn't multiples of planes at multiple altitudes flying multiple converging paths over all of our towns and cities and populated areas, bar none. Crazy, huh? This one is like way off there in the distance. Well, not way off there. I'd say it's 2 miles away, a mile and a half. They turn back around and they fly back to the south and they loop around and they do it again. The perception is that these planes are staging to come in and land at the airport. They put in a second runway that takes off right over Vancouver, totally ruined downtown. But as busy as it is on that runway, not even close to the number of jets take off and land from it as there are flying over the town, which if you do some math, it tells me that those jets aren't all landing. So what we think are jets coming in to land are really, many of them, the same jets flying in circles over and over again, meaning that that's their purpose, is to fly in circles over your home at low elevation, slowly. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out that, if you notice something so blatantly wrong like that, I mean wrong in the sense that it costs money to pay pilots and fly planes, or even if they're unmanned, it takes money to keep them in the air and lots of fuel. So they do it anyway, though. It's not to update the Google map in the same area over and over again. It's for you. It's for the little antennas that you're breathing into every cell in your body. They can receive a frequency. Just like your brain works on brain waves and is a frequency, there's radio wave spectrums that will interact with these little antennas you're breathing. And these little antennas are all through your brain, all through your cerebrospinal fluid, all through your joint fluid, and are, I don't know if they're feeding or they're just helping to increase the growth of this subdermal fungus, or it's more than subdermal. It's like a nano-sized microfungus, and once it proliferates enough through your body, you'll get premature white hairs. Especially, that's one of the first signs. Well, look at some of my other videos. You'll have like staph infection type or MRSA that sets in as soon as you get a cut or a scrape. It seems like it's already infected and it doesn't heal for a long time. That was happening to me, and I found ways to combat that back, but not in any conventional way. I can't get into it on this video, but I've probably talked about it. So subscribe, like, comment. Thanks, bye.